Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Mad Mike, and we are here for the Total Divas wrap-up. We are covering 2 episodes this week because Jen Carlins was in a catalytic state after meeting Dean Ambrose.
True.
Jen, how'd it go?
It was fabulous.
And how many times did you do the hover? Did you do the hover hand method? How'd it go?
Well, we walked into the little room, and then the first thing I thought was, wow, you're skinny.
Mm-hmm.
And then, damn, you're tall.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, oh, I like your shirt, because it said nope.
Mm-hmm.
And only Dave Bautista and him have gotten it. So I said, oh, thanks. So then I like how they take your picture like mid-sentence when you're having a conversation with somebody. So that turned out horribly.
I'm sure it still looked pretty good though.
It was all right.
Okay.
It was all right. But as we were, we were done and stuff, and he's like, have a good night, sweetheart. And I was like, oh, thanks. Like thinking to myself.
Mm-hmm. And that's when you slipped into a coma that didn't allow us to do Total Divas for 2 weeks.
It did.
Yeah. It's okay. I understand.
It did.
Yeah. But you know what? You're better now.
I am.
Yeah. 2-week coma stay of dreaming of Dean Ambrose. And so now we're getting into Total Divas. Like, we got the finale on Tuesday.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the ramp up. This is the ramp up.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Okay. So first we gotta talk about the first episode. My favorite part from the first episode was Emma engagement ring Hunter.
She was like, I'm not gonna go look through everything, and Paige is like, oh, go ahead. Okay.
and like, if Emma had literally started pulling drawers out and just throwing shit around comically, like, that would have been amazing.
Oh, it was.
But yeah, she went through all of Paige's stuff and all of her boyfriend's stuff and found a fucking ring.
Yeah, how long have they been dating?
Not long. I think I'm Total Divas is weird, timeline wise, but I'm pretty sure they started dating like around the time of, I want to say, the Rumble, if not a little bit before that. Like,
yeah,
like I'm pretty sure this guy's only existed in this season that we've been watching, right?
Yes.
So it can't have been that long.
Hey. I mean, if Dean would ask me to marry him right there, I don't care. It was only, 5 minutes?
All right, but to be fair, you've had that relationship a lot longer in your head.
Since 2000. Wow, God. Since 2012. No, before that.
Since you've been imagining his member of the Shield. Anyway,
yeah.
But yeah, so the entire episode became Paige trying to avoid getting proposed to.
Everything that poor girl could do, she was trying to do.
Well, not everything. She could have said that she was suddenly into girls now.
Where's Rosa when you need her?
Yeah, seriously. Rosa, step your game up. God damn it. That's when Rosa should have stepped in and be like, yo, I got this. But Rosa's pregnant now, so I don't think that really would have helped at that point.
No.
Yeah. But all right, so let's get to the proposal. And the lame fucking proposal.
That fucking sucked.
So the plan was he was going to go get a new tattoo. He brought Paige with her. brought Paige with him, and
Yes.
supposedly this was a really hot tattoo artist, and he put the stencil on his arm, and the stencil said, "Will you marry me?"
Bad.
Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid.
Dumb.
Yeah, like Jen, have we gone over this? How did Matt propose to you?
In a Target parking lot.
See, even that's better.
Yeah.
Even that's better. Like, a I don't like. I don't know what says I want to make a long-lasting, life-changing decision more than a temporary tattoo on an arm.
It's just pen on an arm.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
and
one,
well,
she's she's too young.
no, not necessarily. I mean, she's 22. I know friends who have gotten married at 22. I'm
Oh
sure
yeah,
you have too.
I have.
Uh, but we'll get into the repercussions of that a little bit later. But Paige said yes, and let's see what else from the first episode that we have. Oh, the stand-up career of one Jon Uso.
Oh my god, I love him. I want a show of just him and Trinity.
I don't
That,
anymore. I don't.
that's all I want.
I wish we could have gotten to see Dolph Ziggler stand up.
We saw the tail end of it.
Well, no, we saw his first opening line, and it was really really funny. Like he came out and he was like, "Hey, where all the single ladies at?" And they all hooted and raised their hands and everything. He's like, "Wow, that was much easier than Tinder. That was much easier." I thought that was a great line. Like I would love to see Dolph stand up. Like I think he did a set during SummerSlam, but I was working, so I unfortunately couldn't go to it.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
He did.
but
I thought he was funny. I liked it.
I mean, I guess it was okay. It could have been a lot worse, but he wasn't really telling jokes. He was just being the same guy that's on the show.
He was being himself.
Yeah, I guess. I don't
Quit
know.
your bitching. Come on.
No, he didn't have like material. Like
Because he was nervous. Did you not watch the show?
yeah, but still, you should have material.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm pickier about my stand-up than you are, but anyway, so let's get to this past week's episode where we had yet another Mexico trip. And why were they going to Mexico this time? What was just
They need a break.
Oh yeah, because being Divas champion is so hard, you guys.
Being a WWE diva is so hard.
It's so hard. Anyway,
I haven't been home in like 6 weeks, and I still didn't go home.
for complaining that they don't go home very often, they don't go home on purpose very often.
Oh, quit going to Mexico. Quit going places. Go home.
Yeah. All right. So, and they also, the Bellas also wanted to connect with their Mexican roots. Supposedly.
Yeah. I guess their dad's Mexican.
Yeah, I guess so too. First, let's get into Papa Bella, who we haven't seen in some time because
Papa Bella's making babies.
Yeah, he's popping out Bellas. He's popping out more Bellas. He should be stopped.
Yeah.
He should be stopped. He really should.
That's like your kids are like all adults.
Mm-hmm. and also, not for nothing. I know my mother is not on Instagram, but if she was and then she blocked me on Instagram, I'd be very upset.
Oh, I would too. My mom's on Instagram.
I'm going to follow your mother on Instagram. But yeah, that, like, and it seems like a stupid thing to to have a storyline revolving around for this show, but
Doesn't it?
I mean, this show always revolves around Instagram feuds, so who knows? Maybe
Oh God, yeah.
it'd be really funny if Bella's dad blocked Brie, but then started following Eva Marie.
That would be hilarious. I would love that.
I kind of wish that was true. I mean, it'd be great. Yeah, but okay, so
It really would.
I have a question, Jen.
Yes.
The bartender that the divas all had in their hotel suite.
I would make him take off his shirt too.
Okay, I was just checking. I was making sure. It seems a little inappropriate.
A
Because
little bit.
it's not like they're in a strip club. If they're in a strip club, I could understand stuff like that.
I mean, come on. If you're going to have a group of girls like that who are drinking, yeah.
But I mean,
You know
right,
damn
how
well.
many
No,
of them were married?
you know damn well. If Missy, Dutters, and myself went on a little vacation like that, you know damn well.
Okay, I guess that's true.
Exactly.
That's a fair point.
Exactly.
But I still think it's a little odd, like for them to ask their bartender to do that. Like if they were at a strip club, okay, I understand that. But in the hotel room, I think that's
It was like a house.
yeah, I guess.
It could have been like a Airbnb or something. And he came with the house.
I guess so.
I mean,
don't know.
come on, brother's got to make some money.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Although Paige did the make it rain gesture, but there was no money in her hand.
Because she was asking him, do we do this?
Well, all right, so this is a bit of a side note and a bit of a... when you were at Pittsburgh Comic-Con, you met my friend Mo Lightning, who works for Wizard World.
Yes.
And he also does a wrestling podcast I've been on before. And he's done many interviews with Paige at Wizard Worlds. Yes. And he once told a story on his podcast about how after Wizard World, they all decided to hang out. They went to go get food. And then I believe it was Paige that made the suggestion of going to a strip club. So as soon as I saw this on Total Divas, I tweeted him. I'm like, hey, Mo, was Paige rain-making method the same one she used in the strip club? And he said, yeah, pretty much. So
that's hilarious.
So yeah. So that if you want to hear more about that story, which you do, it's very funny. Go to WrestlingAudio.com. They will just look up Paige Mo Lightning Strip Club. I'm sure you'll find the podcast yourself. It's pretty funny. But yeah, back to Total Divas. Do we want to get into the sad stuff first before we talk about the funny stuff at the end?
We can do the sad.
Yeah. This was the episode of Total Divas where everyone found out Dusty Rhodes had passed away.
Yes.
I mean, this is part of the reason I like this show, and part of the reason I hate it because it reminds me of stuff like this.
Right.
But it was really kind of cool to see the cameras there for their reactions, and they all got to talk about Dusty a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's amazing how each or anybody that was in NXT or even people now on the main roster were just taught by him, taken in by him. So it was, because we were actually supposed to, we were going to the NXT show in Pittsburgh that night. So
Yeah,
it
I remember.
was,
I remember they did the Dusty tribute that night, right?
they did.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? I knew Paige was gonna be upset because I've heard like Paige on Jericho's podcast and stuff like that.
Oh my
Heard,
gosh, yes.
yeah, and I knew she was gonna be upset, but I totally forgot that Dusty Rhodes is probably the reason Tyson Kidd got back onto the main roster.
100%.
Yeah, and I totally like forgot. Not that I forgot about Tyson's time in NXT, but I didn't draw those two connections.
Right.
But yeah, like it. And then they showed the Bellas hanging out with Dusty a little bit back when they were the valets of
Mm-hmm.
sorts. Yeah, but it was just pretty sad to see everyone's reaction to Dusty.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. But even that night that we were at that show, they put on their happy faces and went out and did what he would want them to do.
Yeah, and that's why we're going to move on.
Because everyone loves Cesaro.
Yes, this is true. I'm sure Dusty Rhodes loves Cesaro too.
Well, at least somebody does. Vince.
Well, Vince, if you're watching, I know you are, because why wouldn't you? Push Cesaro. I mean, come on. If you change that Lesnar Big Show match to Lesnar Cesaro, I'll buy a ticket right now.
That would be awesome.
I don't care about the rest of the card. I'll buy a ticket right effing now, Vince. But anyway, so Paige loves to be an instigator.
Oh, 100%.
And Natty is upset that Tyson and Cesaro have become close, despite the fact that Natty grew up in the wrestling business, and the only real reason she is so close to the Harts is because her dad and Bret Hart were probably as close as Kidd and Cesaro.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Kid and Cesaro are a little closer.
They might be. They might be. Who knows?
It's pretty funny how close they are.
They are each other's phone lock screens. We found that out. That was amazing. Like Jen, this is a question. Matt isn't even your lock screen on your phone, is he?
No.
It's Dean, isn't it?
Actually, no.
Okay.
It's my son.
Oh, okay. Damn, I was gonna try and make a joke, and you had to make
It was before I took that awesome picture of my kid.
Okay, all right.
But it was Dean. Oh God, it's been Dean many times.
But yeah, I think that was really funny.
Oh yeah.
So Paige decided to kind of piss off a drunk Natty, and was insinuating that Tyson might be gay.
Yes.
and Paige said in like the upfront interview, she's like, I know Tyson's not gay, but it's so fun to toy with Natty.
But it's fun to mess with Natty.
I mean, of course it is, because it's Natty and she gets overblown about everything.
Oh my God. Definitely. Definitely. And did she and then TJ is just adding to it.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure if he was playing along with the joke, or if he even knew the joke was going on. But immediately, like, he mentioned, oh yeah, Cesaro and I clean and jerk all the time.
Yeah.
Which is a weightlifting term, obviously.
Yeah. And he's the best I've ever had.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good that he said Cesaro was the best.
And then the look on her face was like, what?
Oh God. We need a show of like the men of Total Divas.
I do. I don't
want to see a Bella's spinoff when they eventually leave WWE. I want to see the men of Total Divas. I want to see Tyson, Titus, Big E, Jon Uso, Cena, Bryan, and I'm missing someone.
Oh gosh, who?
Did I say Big E?
Yeah, you said Biggie.
Okay, well, Big E twice because he needs to be on there a lot.
Because you know what? They need to save the tables.
Yeah. But yeah, so, and then this led to Natty and Paige chasing each other around. And Natty eventually snaps suplexing Paige onto the beach.
I liked how Natty was taking sexy pictures.
Oh, all right. We gotta talk about that.
And old. Why would you do it?
Natty wanted to take sexy pictures for Tyson. And poor Natty, even God would not let Natty do one thing she wanted to do. Because every time she tried to pose sexy, waves of water and seaweed just crashed on her head.
There was a 99. It was 99% seaweed.
Yeah. Like, at that point, you move in a little bit closer. Like, just lay on the
Why
beach.
don't you just go lay in the pool?
That too.
It was good though.
One thing I wanted to touch on that is a disturbing trend for this season of Total Divas. The guys don't like what their women are wearing
Or doing.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
No.
Like, do they realize what business they're in? Like, Jon Uso didn't like Naomi's ring attire as her heel gimmick because it shows off a lot of booty. I'm like,
she's a black girl who has a big ass.
And every piece of ring attire she's ever had has shown off a lot of booty.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't understand that either. The only one who really doesn't say anything is Cena.
Well, yeah. And that's because probably two reasons. One, Cena knows the business. Two, right. He's John Cena. Who's she really going to find better? Dolph Ziggler? I'm just throwing a name out at random. That's not going to come into play.
Dolph can give her a family, a husband. And I don't think I could talk today. Husband.
The name is Bond. Husband.
But he can give her everything she wants. But can he give her that John Cena money?
Well, no, he can't give her a Range Rover. All right.
And maybe a Maserati.
We will talk more about that next week. Because,
I can't wait till next week.
Oh my God, that's gonna be a crazy. All right, so the last thing we have to talk about.
Yes.
Paige. Paige again, newly engaged, so we will call her Paige Gaged. I don't know.
Yeah.
Empaged, maybe.
She's empaged.
Yeah. The Bellas started freaking out. They started like getting her veils and talking about like bridal showers and bachelorette parties and all that kind of stuff. And Paige looked super uncomfortable with the whole thing.
She looked like a deer in headlights.
Yeah. And we all thought it's because, she wants to wait a while, which makes sense.
Right.
But then we got the bomb dropped on us at the end of the episode.
That she
took Alicia aside, and she said, I only said yes because I didn't want to lose the guy.
And it ended.
Yeah. So that's an interesting way to end an episode.
Yeah. That's pretty much what the fuck happened here.
Yeah. So do you think the engagement's going to get called off?
Oh, God, yeah.
I don't know. I
think it will.
Do you think they're going to break up?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, you're thinking full breakup completely?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think he's just gonna get pissed and yeah.
All right. Well, it should be interesting. I'm I think she's still gonna end up engaged, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how that goes next week.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, next week looks like a really fun season finale because it also looks like we have the in-ring debut of Eva. Hey, stop. She's getting better.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is. It's slow going, but she's getting better. Okay, so was there anything else from Total Divas that you wanted to bring up that... I'm trying to think if there was anything else that we really missed. Oh, well, we had the whole stuff with Brian having to go for surgery and everything.
Yeah, and WWE not clearing him.
Yeah, it's just sad. It's sad to see those episodes.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
But they knew that getting into the profession that they had chose.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so I think, Jen, where can the people of the internet find you?
Nowhere.
I think that's a lie.
It's at Jen with one N Carlins on Twitter.
And tweet her all of the Dean Ambrose pictures and Finn Balor pictures you can find.
Shirtless.
Yeah, well, obviously. I'm pretty sure that was implied. But anyway, you can find me.
So I can forward them on to Michael.
Yeah, she does. She does that, unfortunately.
I do.
Uh-huh.
Roman Reigns, too.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's... You don't know how many days I get random pictures of Roman Reigns shirtless, followed by the comment, "My pants are off."
That happened one time.
No, it doesn't.
That happened one time.
Nope.
What did you look at? That last one I sent you.
Yeah, I did, Jen. I did.
God damn. That's all I have to say.
All right, so you can find me on the internet at MadMike4883 on the Twitters, and I'm also part of the Midweek War, where we talk about everything that's left on Wednesday nights for right now. We talk about NXT, Impact Wrestling, and Ring of Honor. However long those last two last, it'll be interesting to find out. But yeah, so go to WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You can find articles from Mainstream Matt, Jen's wife. He recently interviewed the guy that jumped in the ring at Night of Champions.
Don't you mean husband?
Same shit. You're married. We know. Sometimes you're the wife. Sometimes he's the wife. It's fine. It role plays.
Sometimes.
Yeah, see? It's fine.
Actually, it's a very interesting interview that he did.
Yes.
With that guy.
Yes. So that I haven't had a chance to read it yet because I've been working and podcasting and all that stuff, but definitely gotta get to read it. And go to indiewrestling.us for all things independent wrestling around the Pittsburgh area. And we will see you next week for the season finale of Total Divas. So for Jen Carlins, I'm Mad Mike, and ain't gonna stop us now.